Ciao Juventini of the world. Ciao Juventini. Ciao to the real Juventini of the channel, because sometimes when I switch from the Juventus channel to come here on the GJustjuve channel, I read the comments. Meanwhile that I'm arriving, that I'm joining you, I see the comments, I see the trolls. We have 1 point on 9 games. We accept the trolls. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? We are putting our face in the difficulties, because we are putting our face when it's easy, when we are doing well, when we are winning 9 Scudetti in a row. Today, I didn't expect a win. I hoped in a win. I was supporting in a win. I predicted, because I will not predict a loss, predicting a 1-0 win. But it's annoying and it's hard. It's hard because we have 1 point in 9 games. And it's hard because, again, we're able to take the advantage of the game, take the lead of the game, with a 1-0, with a beautiful goal of Morata. We have the ice cream that is coming here to trust me a bit. Ron Rusitano, ciao my friend. He's saying they ruined, the mental mistakes are unbearable. I am pissed off not because of the performance of the team, because if you miss Dybala, if you miss Dani Alves, Alexandro, Danilo, Quadrado, Bentancur, Chiesa, Caio Jorge, if you have a Moiskin that never trained with the team, you can't expect a 3-0 win. But I'm pissed off because we lost because of individual mistakes again. Versus Udinese, we are winning 2-0 and we make individual mistakes. And we lose. We do 2-2 versus Udinese. Empoli was a disaster. The team was shocked. Cristiano Ronaldo, he's leaving. We are scared. We are like this. We are pussies. And today we start well, organized, structured. We want to sacrifice for each other. We are playing as a team. Guys, I can't pin the message. I promised you. It's not because I don't want to, but there is a problem. I can't pin your messages at the moment. I saw Ron Rusitano that just wrote a message for me, grazie Ron, who said they ruined the mental mistakes is unbearable. When it will work, I will pin again the message. At the moment, it's not possible. Thank you, Ron, for the donation. But I am pissed off because of the individual mistakes. Ninip, when you see people, because I see that Ninip is there in the chat, if you see people that are trolling with Cristiano Ronaldo, you suspend them the first time or you ban them, whatever, because yeah, this is not the discussion today. Today we have to speak about Juventus. We have to analyze what went wrong, and what went wrong is again that we were scared, that we were shitting in our pants after our individual mistakes. This is what went wrong after 60 minutes, because after the individual mistake of Szczesny, because it is Szczesny made again a mistake. The guy is totally lost in confidence. Totally lost. And that's a real pity, because that starts to be dangerous. It starts to be dangerous because we have two problems. Not only Szczesny. We have Szczesny who's doing the mistake, and then the team that is shitting in their pants. Mohammad Youssef, grazie for the donation, my buddy. I read your comment. He's saying there was no intention to attack this season. We don't have the right tools. It's maybe a bit early to judge, but this team, but it's the team job to restore fans' confidence. I agree with you, Mohammed. I agree with you totally. I agree with you that there were no intention to attack, but the problem is that there was no possibility to attack. There were not a lot of options. There were not a lot of players. Napoli is in a big shape. They are winning 2 games already. Now it's their third win. the team in the first half with the tools that we had, because today we can't judge Juventus. Today we can't judge Juventus. Guys, be honest. How disgusting is it that 5 teams, I believe 5 teams, but 9 players involved in Premier League, they didn't go into their international team, into their national team. Why? Because the owners didn't release them. Normally, after that, you have a penalty of 5 days that these players can't play for your team if you don't release them, if they have no injuries, okay? How disgusting is it that normally these players should not have played today, and FIFA excused them and they are able to play today. Juventus, they played fair play, okay? They played fair play without Dybala, without Danilo, Danilo Quadrado that has a stomach flu, Ospina, he was there. How is it possible that Juventus played fair play? So we knew that it would have been difficult, absolutely, yes. And stop the conqueror, stop with more excuses. Really, stop with this shit, because how is it possible to play a game fair play? How is it possible to play a game fair play? You are really disgusting and annoying me today. Really annoying me, but at the fuel is at the max with these kind of shit comments. Because it's not an excuse. It is a fact, okay? Juventus is the only team that was fair play in giving 16 players around the world, letting them travel around the world, and being aware that they will not be able to play today. Because Serie A is disgusting, because they even anticipated the game to today at 6 p.m. Okay? It is what it is. It is a fact. It is not an excuse. Now, if we speak with the players that we have, without speaking about excuses, Juventus played organized. We couldn't, like Mohamed explained, we couldn't have attack intentions because there were no players to do it, okay? But the team that was there, they were fighting. They were trying to be organized and respect the plan that probably Allegri was explaining him in the plane with a paper and probably with an iPad saying, here, you stay there, because they were not even able to try this kind of things on the field. It is what it is. It is a reality. You like it or you don't like it, I don't care. That's your problem. You don't have to be here on the channel. It is a fact. Now, the problem is that Juventus at a certain moment, again, and this is what I am pissed off, is that we didn't have the character, we didn't have the strength, because we had shit in our pants. We didn't have the balls to stay. Okay, we did a mistake. We have 30 minutes to go. We will try something. And this is why I'm pissed off. Because we didn't try. We didn't try. Probably because we didn't have the players to try. Probably because we were not able to try. But I lost that sacrifice mentality and saying, let's go. Like the first goal of Morata. Morata, he entered in that first goal. Why? Because he believed in it. He was pressing the guy. They made a mistake. He took the ball. He was one-on-one versus Ospina and he scored. Tech is letting us down again from Borna. Thank you for the donation, my friend, my buddy. Rabiot 0, I don't agree. Berna così, I agree. So I agree 2 on 3 things with you. For me, the worst midfielder today was McKennie out of 3. Tech is letting us down again. Yes, it's true. Versus Empoli, it has nothing to do with that goal. Versus Udinese, yes. Versus today, yes, again. On that first goal, it's a drama. Not on the second one, because the second one is a Keane that is putting him really in difficulty. It's a drama. But so Szczesny is letting us down. Yes, because the team was doing well. They were not doing calcio champagne, but if you were expecting calcio champagne, if you were expecting 1-2 touches in combinations, then maybe you are out of this reality, my friends, because it was impossible with the material we had, with the human players we had, without having any chance to train. That was impossible. Bernardeschi, the guy I don't understand. Today he did black and white, really, because he did really great things in the first half, where I said, bravo, Bernardeschi, after 30 minutes, I was putting him in the top 5 players of that game. And then the first mistakes is on him. Because if he's not losing the ball, Insigne is not able to do that kind of tiro alla Del Piero. Impossible, because it's an individual mistake. And from that moment, from the moment that is giving the ball like a gift to Insigne, from that moment, what's happening? It's happening that he's doing mistake on mistake on mistake, and we lose completely. We lose our friend Bernardeschi. So I agree with you that it was half and half. Rabiot, I don't agree. I think that Rabiot played really well, but I think the first time, and for probably until the goal of Napoli, the equalizing, the team played quite okay. Not offensively. It was not like Mohamed was saying, it was not the intention of the team to go and to win 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, but we were organized. I received two donation, guys. Let me read it because I can't pin it, unfortunately. I don't know what's happening. But I don't know. So Avna is saying, this group of players breaks my heart, unwilling to give everything for Juventus shirt. I don't agree, Avna. I agree that they are breaking our hearts, yours, mine. I agree. I don't agree on unwilling to give everything for Juve. I don't agree with that. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't care about Juventus. That's true. He didn't want to play for Juventus and he left. That's the reality. He said it openly. I'm not lying. He said, I don't want to play for Juventus anymore. The other players, they won, but today you couldn't do it. You couldn't do anything more. You couldn't do anything more. But it's not on they don't want to play for Juventus. We were expecting a loss today. Let's be honest. Why are we not honest today? We were expecting a loss, and a loss arrived. Unfortunately, maybe we started to believe in a win because we were leading 1-0. And we are angry today because we are losing. Anthony Spontano from Poland is saying, we are all tired of Szczesny. He should go back to Roma. PS, say to my Paolo that I love her so much. We watch you. Grande, Tony Spontano. And thank you, Avna. Thank you to all the people supporting, guys. I'm pissed off today. I'm pissed off, but I'm pissed off more with, I don't know. Yeah, Shervin is saying, look, Beppe, I expected a 3-0 loss today, to be honest. And I am honest. It's true. We were all expecting a big loss of Juve because we had nobody. When we saw the players there, with we had to take Mattias Sule, 18 years. The winter, we had to take with us Miretti, you know, these kind of young players. Not because we wanted these players to be with us. Can be, that we want them to have them with us, but just for one thing, because there was nobody else. So I was not expecting the moon. And when I saw that we were winning 1-0, when I saw that we were organized, that we were blocking all the tentatives of Napoli, I was proud of my team. And I was saying, yes, I love the team, how we are playing. I'm happy with the team, how we are playing, because I'm conscious of the fact that we had zero possibility to train. We had no possibility to train. So I was proud, not of the show, but forget about the show, but I was proud of what we were trying to do, being disciplined and sacrificing for the team. But then I'm pissed off that we couldn't react, because it's, you know, it's like at school when they tell you to go left and then you go left. But if there is a wall, you are not smart enough to say, hey, there is a wall, I can't go left, so I will go a bit to the right. And this is what missed to that Juventus. This is really what missed today to that Juventus. Not being able to think and to take another plan. Abai, thank you for the donation, buddy. There is a difference between organized and scared with complete lack of ambition. This is Napoli, not PSG or Bayern. Can we show some pride and quality? I agree with you. It's Napoli, not Paris Saint-Germain or Bayern. Napoli was confident. Insigne didn't play with his national team the last game. He came a bit earlier. Osimhen was taking away a suspension game. Ospina magically was not injured anymore. He was there. Lozano was injured and didn't travel with the national team, but then he played the friendly game that they played versus Benevento just to keep, to train the players. They were nearly complete. Zielinski was there because he entered. Look at the difference. They made some changes. Zielinski, Lozano, etc., etc. Unaz, players that the Juventus didn't have on the bench today. Today they had a complete team. Today Juventus had the half of the team. And the difference is that Juventus couldn't train. Now I agree with you, and I think that this is a real problem. The word that you are saying, Abai, because you are saying scared. The word scared is what start to annoy me. Because Juventus, in the DNA, in the story of Juventus, we have killer eyes. The eyes of the tiger, like I love to say. And now as soon as we concede one goal, from the moment that we concede one goal, we are shitting our pants. And this is a problem, because what were we scared of? We were scared to concede more goals. We were scared to concede more goals instead of thinking, hey, we are Juventus, we need to recuperate and we go to win. Diraj is saying, Beppe, I am a Ronaldo fan, but seeing Juve like this is making me sad. 3 games, 1 point, 17 position in table. It's sad, but 17. Let's see what the other teams are doing before saying that we are 17. But 17th or 20th, there are 38 games in Serie A. We still have 35 to play. It will be hard. In 2015, 2016, I didn't have a YouTube channel, but we had 1 point out of 9. It's true. And then we started to play. 1 game we won, 1 game we lost, until the game versus Sassuolo, where we were minus 11. We were 11th, I believe. We were really far away from the top. And then we started to win 15 games in a row. Will that be possible this year? I don't know. Tomorrow, probably not, because we are not ready, because we didn't have the time to be ready. It will be an infernal month of September, where we will play game to game to game to game. Am I saying excuses? No, it is a fact. It is true. But on the other hand, if tomorrow, let's see actually, Napoli already has 12 points. We have 1. We are already at minus 11 of the top. So for me, minus 11 of the top after 3 game day, that doesn't mean that everything is over. But it's hard and it's painful. And that's true. That's true. It's for me a fact that we will need a lot of time this season to build, but by then our goals this season will be to try to manage the season only. I don't know, Mohammad. Thank you, by the way. I don't know. If today you give up, you lose. If today, after 3 days, after 3 game days, you stop, you lose. You lose everything for me, but maybe I'm wrong, guys, huh? But I would never give up after 3 game days. That would be a disaster, a shame. You can't build a team if you give up on the 11th of September. But what Juventus should do today is thinking game per game, game after game after game after game, not thinking at the next game, not thinking about suspension, not thinking about whatever. I don't care if today we had a red card. Go, break the legs, do whatever you want, but show some intensity. Play as there is no tomorrow. Play as there is no tomorrow. That's what we have to do. And that's what we didn't do at a certain moment, because we were scared. And that's where I agree with Abai a bit earlier. It's that today we should play the 90 minutes like it's the last game of the season. If you concede 3 goals, fuck off, we don't care, we concede 3 goals. But go. Don't give up after 60 minutes because you conceded. Don't give up. Now, if we speak purely about the game, and Maximum, he just showed that he has no idea what he's speaking about, because Maximus is saying Allegri out. Maximum just proved to the entire world that he has no idea about football after how long? After 20 minutes of live. Borna is saying, by the way, believe in the team and move forward with adaptation. Grazie, Borna. Believe in the team. I understand the frustration of the fans. Absolutely. We are frustrated. We have 1 point. We are not used to that. We come from 9 consecutive wins in Serie A. We lost the 10th because of a lot of situation, because of ourselves, because we took the wrong decisions. I agree. We want to build back. And this is what we will have to do. We will have to endure a difficult season, but we have to believe. Now, what I want to see is stop thinking about 38 games. I want to do what Massimiliano Allegri asked yesterday. He asked something really correct. He said game per game per game per game. Game per game per game per game. Don't manage 1-0 versus Napoli. Don't be scared if you do 1-1 versus Napoli. If you're able to score 1-0, go. So if we analyze a bit without the emotions, the stats. I saw the stats. Salman is saying, did you watch the stats? The stats. You don't need the stats to see what happened today. 13 corners for Napoli, 1 for Juventus. I don't understand what your comment means. What does your comment mean? What is the added value of did you watch the stats? No, I watched the game. I watched the stats. I watched the game. We were shit, okay? We were shit, but there is a why we're shit. From the individual mistake. Because today I will tell you the truth. From the moment that you are actually winning 1-0 and you park the bus with the situation we were in, guys, I'm happy. I'm happy with 1-0 playing bad. I'm really happy. But then you have to keep it. Then you have to keep it. Then you have to keep the 1-0. If then from the first difficulty you lose concentration and you're bad, then that's another story. But people are saying people are overreacting. I hope Juve will not be relegated. So, speaking about the game, our management is a disaster, Steven. No, I will not even answer these kind of things. So, speaking about the game, we start the game with a 4-3-3. Allegri is insisting in that, and he's correct. We play with 100% Italian defense because these were the men that we had. Pellegrini, De Sciglio today, he showed me again that he was better than Pellegrini. We were counting on him. He has only 55 minutes in his legs. What do you want? What do you want me to do? A player that is not able to play 90 minutes. What do you want me to do with the Pellegrini? He showed that, okay, he tried to be offensive. He did one cross in the game. But he tried. Pellegrini, De Sciglio, Bonucci, Chiellini. Okay, in the midfield we have a Locatelli. Locatelli in the first half of the game, he played great. But I was scared about one thing. I was scared that Locatelli would not have the complete game in his legs. Why? Because I saw him with Italy after 70 minutes. He had his hand on his knee. He was dead, and he had to be changed by Mancini. This time, played a great first half, but a really great first half. In a position that will not even be his position at Juventus because he's a box-to-box. And he played as a midfielder number 6 where he was actually the brain of Juventus. And he played really well with an excellent Rabiot, with the invisible McKennie when he had to bring something, but trying to be the first one to press the one that had the possession of the ball in the midfield of Napoli. And then we played with a great Kulusevski today, really great, a Bernardeschi and a Morata that he was in a isolated island but was able to score that goal because he created that goal alone. It was not a team build, it was really Morata alone that tried. We played well, we were blocking everything, we missed a bit of balls, it's true. But we didn't need them because we were winning 1-0 And then what happened? A Szczesny mistake. I see some scores from Robin about Szczesny with a 4. Yeah, it was bad. The 1-1 is on Bernardeschi, but Bernardeschi at least Bernardeschi did great in the first half. It was his first mistake. Until there, I really say that Bernardeschi played well. Until that moment, that turning moment of the game. Stupid mistake, he's losing the ball. Shot of Insigne, I don't understand. Because Szczesny is jumping really great. He's having the ball. I don't know, he's not keeping it. I don't know why. It's mental. It's really mental. I'm pissed off. Because then you have a 1-1. So can you blame the team on that goal? No, you blame an individual mistake. You blame Bernardeschi on that mistake. But it's not because of that mistake that the game was shit for 60 minutes. What B players, because let's take the team. De Sciglio is not a starter. Pellegrini is not a starter. Okay, we have already 2 players that are not starters. The midfield, maybe yes. I don't know how we will play when we have our complete team. Bernardeschi is not a starter. Kulusevski is not a starter today. So you miss a lot of players. And on the bench, you have nobody to change. Because look when Napoli won the game with their changes. After, it's a consequence of that mistakes where the team disappeared. That's one. And then, I don't know why. Wait. I think, wait, 1 second, guys. One second, guys. I think I know why I can't. No. Sorry, guys. I can't change it. I made a mistake and I can't pin any comment. I'm really sorry. For that. I tried. Abba is saying, we start with a defensive approach, but what happens if we need to score? Need offensive plan, respect the opposition, but we must have our own identity. Yeah, but I agree, Abba. I agree. But today it was impossible. That's why I try to explain to the people. How can you do it today? Okay, without being able to train, because it's a fact. The players from South America, and maybe it's a mistake that we bought so many South American players. Maybe. Maybe that's a mistake, that we had too many South American players. I don't know. Or maybe we had to do like Liverpool, not sending the South American players. Maybe. I don't know. Huh? Can be. Huh? It can be. I don't know. But how can you train when after Empoli, after the disaster, the shame game versus Empoli, when everyone is traveling away and they come back the game the day before Napoli? How can you train? How can you explain them? Today there was an interview of what's his name, the trainer, Spanish, Argentinian trainer, I don't know, he was speaking Spanish today in an interview and was saying totally right. Today football is thinking only commercial, selling, game after game after game after game after game after game after game. This is what what they are expecting. That's what they are doing. And you don't have your players. They are injured, one injured after the other. Today it was impossible. Something about Keane. What do you want me to say about Keane? First of all, everyone and me as a first person, we wanted him to play as a starter. Then we wanted him to play earlier. And then he enters, and then then he give away the second goal. No, it's Maximum. It's not an Arsenal fan mentality. It's not an Arsenal fan mentality. Juventus has to win. Juventus has to win. Juventus has to be the best. Juventus can't look for excuses, but you are analyzing facts. It is what it is. Maximum, go away. You are annoying me. You are really annoying me. It's the second time that you are annoying me because you don't understand anything, and then you are annoying me. Voila. Okay, guys, it makes no sense to speak with you because you don't understand what I'm trying to explain. I will just recap my thought. You like it, it's good. You don't like it, I don't care, and then I will leave. Stefano, I try to block the persons. I'm alone. I have no mod. Tufik, here is Tufik. I was waiting for Tufik so that I could block him. Where is Tufik? Here is. Okay. So or we speak football, or I stop the live. Or we speak football, or we stop the live. I'm waiting that people calm down. You know what I will do, guys? It's really easy. I want to speak about football with you, so I will go away. I will go to the bathroom. I will go to the bathroom. If the people on the chat, they want to speak football, not like Tosh, we speak about football. If not, we will stop the live today. And then, from next time, we will make a channel with subscription, with paid subscription, where only the people that love Juventus will have access to, and they can speak football. And we will block all the people on the chat. Otherwise, it's difficult. Okay, so give me 2 minutes. Mohammed, wait with donation because I'm pissed off. I will go away, 2 minutes. I come back if we want to speak about football, how we can improve. If we want to speak about Juventus, we can do. Otherwise, we stop. What do you think about the shape of attacking approach with names in hand? Passes or long cross or counter attack? I will try to understand that comment and also to answer it, and then I will take a break. What do you think of the shape of attacking approach with names in hand? I don't understand the comment, Mohammed. Passes or long crosses or counter attack? But I think a team like Juventus, they should do everything: passes, long crosses, and counter attack. They should be able to manage the best possible way in that moment, not being static and thinking on one thing. Today, guys, I will tell you, today it was impossible. We tried to do the best. We tried to do the best that we could. We tried to do the best as we could, and we could not. Okay, so now I really need 2 minutes, and then I come back and I speak normal with you, and we will block all the annoying people. Because you are annoying me, really. Today you are annoying me. You know what? I don't like people that annoy me. Like Sofyan Aftab. I don't like Sofyan Aftab. Sofyan Aftab, he doesn't deserve to be here. Okay? 2 minutes. Who's there? He loves Juventus. Who's not there? Fuck off. So we are back. Can we speak about football or not? That's a big question. The question I have: can we speak about football or not? So a lot of people left. That's good. I hope now we can speak about real football. Okay, so I explain again. Disaster. We lose 2-1 versus Napoli when we are leading 1-0. Individual mistake. Szczesny made a mistake. Bernardetti made a mistake. Keane, that we were all waiting for, made a mistake. We lost again because 3 things we lost today. The first one, because we made individual mistakes. The second one, because we had no balls to react, and because we lost the focus after that goal conceded. And the third one, because we didn't have the men to do something. We lose, we lose. We lose, we lose. The disaster today is that we have 1 point on 9 games, that Napoli has 12 points on 12. No, sorry, 9 on 9. We have 1 on 9. We have to play versus Milan. Then the next game in Serie A, in our home, it will be hard, it will be difficult. Will we win Serie A? I don't know, guys, if we will win Serie A this year. Will we see what you are expect? I don't know what you expect, by the way. I don't know what you expect. I don't know. I don't have the answers today. Today, I am sad because we conceded because individual mistakes that threw away 3 crucial points. I'm not here to speak about the team is a disaster, giving away hope. I'm not here for that because I'm nearly 40 years old. Because I think that I have to balance feelings where I understand the moment where we are here. Being a bit more rational and understanding that we need time to rebuild, time to think, time to recuperate our players, to find them a position on the field, to understand what the trainer is asking. And it will be okay. It will be okay. Maybe we will not win the Serie A. Maybe yes. But I'm not here to say I give up after 3 days on the 11th of September. After that, with half of the team, we showed today for 60 minutes that we were able to do something. That we were able to score versus Napoli, because a lot of people were really thinking that we would lose 5-0 today. We didn't. A loss is a loss, because at the end, winning is not important. It's the only thing that matters. And that's why I'm pissed off. Because we have 1 point on 9 points. That's why I'm pissed off. Not about all the difficulties that we saw today, like a lot of you guys were saying in the chat. You were saying indeed that we didn't have that offensive mentality, that we had some difficulties. I understand that, but today it is today. Stefano is saying, unfortunately, our midfield is too short, not enough dominant to impose our game during an entire match. It's true. Look at the game versus Udinese and this one, where actually it's the same thing that happened, except of one thing. In the first, we had all our players. In the second game today, we don't have the players. But the same thing happened. Juventus that start with the will to do something, with 2 different plans, of course, but we are not able to keep 90 minutes. It happened already last year with Pirlo, where or we were a disaster in the first half, or we were a disaster in the second half, but our complete team, and especially our midfield, we don't have 90 minutes mentality. And this is the first thing where Allegri will need to work on. Give the guys 90 minutes mentality and to understand what is the B plan, what is the C plan if we concede. If you concede a 1-0 versus Empoli, or if you concede a 2-1 versus Udinese, or if today you do a 1-1 versus Napoli. These are the things that Juventus and Allegri will have to work on mentally on the players. If you concede 1 goal, what do you have to do? because that's what I try to understand myself, and where I didn't receive the answers of the guys is after 90 minutes, after you concede a goal, what do you do? And today they were not. I don't know if the players that were missing today, if they could have changed the situation, because they didn't show it in Udinese game. They didn't. And today they were not there, so we put a question mark to it. I don't know if we will be ready versus Milan, because it will take time. Time of a new team without Cristiano Ronaldo, that I always supported. I always praised and said great things about Cristiano Ronaldo, except of his behavior of after the Porto game, where it's his fault if we lose versus Porto, because of his lack of performance in the game, because he's scared of the ball when he's in the wall, etc., etc. But after that game, he gave up. Except of that, I was always praising Cristiano Ronaldo. He leaves the team with 1 year anticipation. He leaves us on the 27th. We start with 1 year anticipation our new project. A new project that will take time. I told you, I was not expecting Locatelli to be the savior. But what I saw today from Locatelli in 45 minutes, it means that the guy has some qualities. And he's great. Your opinion for Perin for Milan opt-in. You know what I always said, and I will not change, because I saw also people laughing and making some comments that I said that Szczesny number one, blah, blah, blah. I will tell you my thought, and I will repeat, and I will try to explain. I was a big fan of having Donnarumma. I never hide it. Never. I always said I want Donnarumma at Juventus, because he makes mistakes as well, 3-4 mistakes per season, but he's a great goalkeeper, and you are fixed in that position for the next 20 years. I really wanted him. On the other side, I understand the difficulties financially, and you can't make the same mistake that Paris Saint-Germain did, but they don't care about the books. They don't care about respect. They don't care about finances, whatever. They have two goalkeepers that are earning 10 million a year. 12 for Navas, 10 for Donnarumma. Juventus couldn't do it. So at a certain moment, if nobody buys Szczesny, you are stuck with Szczesny. You're stuck with Szczesny. And he's earning 7.5 million. He's your number one goalkeeper. And after Udinese, I would have kept Szczesny in the goal, because he's the number one. You can't take away one player because he's doing one mistake. If he's your starter, you can't take him away, because what are you doing? Then Perin make a mistake and you take him away and you put Pinsoglio in the game. That's not how it works. So I was for giving trust on Szczesny, 100%. I would have done the same mistake as Allegri, because there is a hierarchy, because you have to trust your people. But if Szczesny is not able mentally to be back, to recuperate himself, and I speak about mentally, I would probably put Perin versus Milan, because we already gave the chance to Szczesny. But that doesn't mean that Perin will be goalkeeper number one. The goalkeeper number one of Juventus, you like it or not, you trust him or not, it is Szczesny. Szczesny is a great goalkeeper with great skills. He's in the most difficult period of his career. He will go back at Juve probably crying, because he knows that he made a mistake. But I would talk really honestly with him and saying, guy, it's already 2 games that we don't win because of individual mistakes. So what do we do? Can you be our number one, or do you need like 2-3 games of rest? Can be. And if he's saying I need a rest, I just need a rest. Sayak is saying the thing to be worried about is if we aren't able to keep clean sheet due to individual mistake for way too long. Today lost was a realistic outcome. I agree. It's a balanced comments. Uh, Again, we don't lose because of the team performance today. Today we lose because of individual mistake. And it's sad, huh? Well, individual mistake, but also because the team was not able to react. And pay attention, huh? Perin is a good goalkeeper, but Perin is not Buffon, huh? Perin is not Donnarumma. Perin is not the phenomenon. He's not the answer. He is a substitution while Szczesny is taking a break, probably. Nikhil is repeating the same thing since 1 hour. Is telling me the tactics are the problems, even if we have the South American guys back, because these tactics don't suit the youngsters we have. I will try to answer that tactics. So you're saying the tactics are the problems. They don't suit the players we have. I'm really trying to understand that comment that you wrote like 100 times now, and trying to give you an answer. The tactics. Today, the tactics were a master class. Today, for me, today, the tactics were a master class today. Because you have the players you have, and you try to do the best you can. And it worked for 60 minutes. Until we made individual mistakes. And then, if you really speak about football, Kulusevski was used perfectly today. It was one of the best games of Kulusevski, to be honest. Taking the ball, starting, going. He was used on his best qualities today. He did great. Locatelli should have been a box-to-box, but we don't have the men to play him box-to-box. So for me, I don't agree. Today we played with the master class of Allegri. The problem is that with the men we had no power to do something else. And there, I don't know. I don't know why Keane didn't play with Juve, to be honest. He entered the 10 minutes, of course, but the team was not there to support him. It was hard. Ramsey entered, he didn't change anything. Stefano doesn't agree. He said, on the second half, we couldn't keep the ball in the team at all. Even if Allegri was asking it, but we were not able to implement it. It's true, huh? In the second half, again, huh? The head was not there. We didn't know what to do. The possession, but even in the first half, possession was 70% for Napoli, 30% for Juve, and that remains like that for the whole game. The difference is that in the first half you are concentrated, you try to not concede, where in the second half you conceded and you are scared. That's the difference. That's the big difference. Because if you speak also about the first half, we were not doing anything special. Huh? Except of trying to be structured, organized, and sacrificing ourselves. 2 goals, 2 individual mistakes. It's a fact. Did we play great? No, but I was not fool enough to think that we would have done that. It's the mistakes by individuals, not the tactics of the managers, by Jonathan Moran. True. Now, on the other hand, what do you want to do versus Napoli? It's really a question, versus Napoli with the team you have today. You want to expose yourself. If you expose yourself versus Napoli, you take 5 goals in your face. Beppe, we would build the team from scratch. Forza Juve, I love your patience in your haters and fino alla fine. No, but I was not professional today, to be honest, because I was watching the game. I am as frustrated as everyone. I am really angry as everyone. But I don't like people that just come to troll, because that's not a respect for me, for the other people that wants to talk about football. And the new generation of trolls is annoying me. It's really annoying me because it's a lack of respect. I don't like lack of respect. I don't like lack of respect towards Chesney as a man. Then he was shit today again. Yes. It was a mistake from him again. Yes. I understand. Judge the performance. Trolling persons, me, the team, I don't like. Bad takes like Juventus is the Arsenal, I don't like. You can't disrespect a team that won 19 trophies in 10 years. You can't. You just can't. A team that is trying to rebuild without the half of the team, without any day of training, I don't like. The same guy. Sorry for joining late, the Ronaldo man of the match. But I don't care of Ronaldo man of the match. Ronaldo, I saw the first half. Ronaldo, and thank you for the donation. Same guy. I can't pin it, unfortunately, today. But Ronaldo man of the match. He played versus Newcastle. Yes. He wanted to play. He didn't want to play at Juve anymore. He explained it. He was honest. And he left. What do you want me to say about Manchester United man of the match? They won, I don't know, 4-1 or something like that. He scored the first goal at tap-in. The second goal I didn't see. He's a great player. He will remain a great player. At Juve he was. At Manchester United he will be. Then... will he win Premier League? I don't know. Will he win Champions League? I don't know. It's always a team sport. Now they have 12 on 12. They already were winning without him. They are spending money. They are in Premier League. They have more money. They can afford the salary of Ronaldo. We couldn't anymore. It is what it is. Now, what is the real problem of Juve? I told you. The problem of Juve is that we changed a lot of things through the years. First with Sarri, first with Pirlo, and we lost identity. We made some mistakes because Juventus made mistakes. A Ramsey is a mistake, for example. A Cristiano Ronaldo was a great signing in a difficult time because we couldn't anticipate. We couldn't anticipate what happened later. It was a pandemic that really made Juventus in difficulty. And due to that, we made a mistake after a mistake after a mistake. Juventus made a lot of mistakes. And now we pay the consequences and we don't give up. Guys, I saw and I followed Juventus in second division, in Serie B. This is supporting a team in good moments, in difficult moments. Supporting a team and understanding the difficult moments. It's true. We are in a difficult moment, but I didn't expect today the magic that we would have won 4-0, that now on we would have fixed all our problems. No, because it was technically not possible. Abai, individual mistakes also come from negative, fearful team. Yeah, I agree. And mentality throughout the game. What else has changed to cause so many mistakes? I agree with you on that. That's what I said. I repeat it so many times. We are shitting our pants. It's true. It's true. We are shitting our pants. And this will be the biggest work from Allegri to do, from the management to do, from Agnelli that traveled with the team to do. Working on the head and the mentality. I'm missing today a Montero, a Davids, a Conte as a player, probably also what he had on the bench. I'm not missing Conte as a trainer. I'm happy with Allegri, pay attention. But I'm missing that grinta of Igor Tudor. Missing a lot. I don't see it in the team. And this is sad. This is really sad, and that's what we have to do. It's not possible, guys, to like Timothy is saying, 5 goals conceded, 4 gifts. The penalty, the mistake of Chesney, the other mistake of Chesney today, the nearly own goal of Moise Kean today on a corner kick where he was alone. He was alone. He was alone. So it's hard, huh? It's hard, but I'm confident that we will be back. But what does back mean? It takes time. But Juventus will not go in second division. We'll be back at winning games. We will be back, and that will be the most difficult job of Massimiliano Allegri is working on the head of the team. To be number one is difficult, and to stay number one is even more difficult. We have the foundation to stay big, Mohamed. Be patient, guys. We will find our way back. Again, guys, thank you for all the donation that you are doing. I'm sorry for my not perfect behavior today, because I should always be calm and patient and be able to manage the trolls. But sometimes I'm a human. I made mistakes, like Chesney is doing mistakes, guys. But it's true, being number one and remaining number one, it's hard. It's hard. You can't always win. And that's why I'm always trying to say, when you're winning 9 in a row, you should be proud and understanding what you have and enjoy it. Because it's not always that you will have. And how many teams, look at the Premier League, you know, how many teams, like Liverpool, they won Champions League, then the year after they were nearly out of Champions League. It happens. It happens. You need time, and we will have to need time and be patient. Then, if you tell me after 10 games that we didn't found anything, this is what it is. At Trezeguet, Del Piero, yeah, we are missing these players. 97, 98 season. It's true. Me as well. I'm the first one to be hurt of what I see. Yeah? Of course. Beppe, you did much better than Chesney today. No, I left. Can you imagine that Chesney is not happy and he leaves the goal? I don't agree with the numerator who is saying the problem is that we have a very mediocre squad. I don't agree. Take the team completely. I think we still have a really strong squad. For me, it's here. We have De Ligt, we have De Sciglio, we have De Ligt, we have Bonucci, we have Chiellini, and we are already there with the center backs. Locatelli impressed me. Rabiot played well. You have a Dybala, you have a Morata, you have a Moise Kean. We have some great players. We have a Danilo, we have a Cuadrado. So we don't have a mediocre team. Are we missing something on the left? Yes. Are we missing still something in the midfield? Yes. And that's why Juventus is even thinking about Tchouaméni for the winter already. Do we miss some positions? Yes. Mediocre team, I don't agree. Aldo, the players are too inconsistent, no regular good players. That's true. That's probably true. We miss, and that's a reality. We miss a player that is giving 3 great games in a row. I agree with that. These players that are doing performance of 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, because today, first until 60 minutes, we had a good team and then they disappeared. Thank you, Admin, for the donation. Grazie, Admin. Really appreciate it. But today, seriously, guys, we played okay and then we disappeared after 60 minutes. Udinese, we played 45 minutes and then we disappeared. But, you know, the player that is playing, like Dybala, first game of the season, great. Empoli, disaster. I don't remember who is consistently playing good. Bernardeschi starts well versus Udinese, second half is a disaster. Empoli didn't play. Today, he starts well, then he does a mistake, and he collapses totally. And that's for me a really great comment. We don't have a yeah, maybe Antonio is saying Cuadrado is consistent. I agree. Cuadrado is probably the only one consistent. Yeah. Robin is agreeing with me and with the comment because it was not. I forgot about it, but probably Cuadrado, the only consistent player, and Chiesa, yeah. Don't forget about Chiesa. He was not there today. We forgot about him, but Chiesa and Cuadrado. Chiesa has some difficulties sometimes when we are playing versus closed teams, and he can't go at 100%, so he needs to learn that. But except of that, he's really consistent in giving his best, but really, Cuadrado is the example of consistency, and we only have him. It's true. Dybala is consistent when he's playing as a central attacking midfielder, CM. We treat him as a striker. But no. Dybala, with all the respect, and I would love him to be a great player, whatever he plays, he's not consistent. Dybala is not consistent. Last time he played center midfield, then he goes to the right, he goes to the middle, he goes to whatever he wants. He was a consistent player. The last 2 years and a half, not great. Aman is saying that's are called average players, and we have plenty of them. Chiellini is consistent, it's true. Ron, the problem with Chiellini is that not this year yet, I hope it will not happen, but in the last 2 years he was more out than in. And then it's not consistent also. Softic, not a bad game. I expected a lot of worse. Szczesny need to be benched. Worst again along Kulusevski and McKennie. Allegri will sort this out. Top 4 this season. Invest in midfield next mercato. Forza Juve. Today Softic is even more positive as I am. See, everything can happen in life. But it's true that a lot of people were expecting the worst, and at the end, with what we had, it remains a worse. It remains a worse. Why? Because we have only 1 point, and 1 after 9 it start to be hard. We don't have to give up. We have to be more aggressive, like Jeff is saying, and win more duels, because if you look at the stats, indeed, it was a disaster. Where are the stats of the game? Look at the duels that we had. Here. Can I open it? Let me open the stats. I will show you. The stats are not that beautiful, guys. Here we are. If you look at the stats, the possession was a disaster, but we're speaking about today, just today, but also here today. The won duels, 48%. That means that also the won duels or for Napoli. And Napoli, they were a lot smaller than Juventus. If you really speak about the difference in body, it's not normal that we are losing duels that much. We should be stronger than them. Aerial duels won 43%. That's not okay. Napoli is a lot smaller. Politano, Di Lorenzo, Insigne, these players, impossible that you lose the duels versus them, because if they are dribbling you, that's one story. If they are faster because they are doing passes and so on, that's another thing. But losing aerial duels versus Napoli could not be. Could not be. 13 corners, one for us. So the stats are a disaster. Huh? Look at the passes. 312 for 626. They have more than double as us. Long passes, that's one of the things that we want. But look, everything is bold for Napoli. Yeah? But we know when they deserve to win. Huh? They deserve to win. We knew that we were weaker. That's a reality. We knew that we were weaker, and we tried to play with the only way that we could have won. It means if we have an opportunity, we go and we score, and then we made the mistakes. If we beat AC Milan, it could turn our season around, John Murray. But today, every team that we could beat could turn our season around. Hopefully it will be Milan, but I don't know. In the meanwhile, we have the most important game of Champions League. That is the first game of Champions League versus Malmö. And we'll have already to be there. Antonio is not happy with the tactical setup of the game. But what did you want to do? The counter-attack in football is outdated. It's outdated. Outdated, no, because it's always football is always a cycle. You have a counter-attack period, and then everyone is playing counter-attack, and it has proven to be a really great system. Then you have possession like tiki-taka, and it was proven to be a really great system. Then you have attacking on the wings with a 3-5-2 or 4-2-3-1, whatever, with the wingers that are playing high and fast and with big pace, like today is really something trendy. I don't like outdated, because tomorrow, look, we win. And then it's again trendy. Today it was the only way we could play. It was the only way. And we were about, if we don't do that fucking mistake, guys, if we don't do that fucking mistake, today we say that Juventus B team won versus Napoli complete. If we don't do that mistake. Playing an old style, outdated catenaccio, a win is a win. I take it. But we made a. But on the other hand, if it's not working, then we have a problem. Then we have a big problem. What tactics do I expect with the players we have today? You speak about today or in the future? Because in the future, I really see a 4-2-3-1. That's what I think that will be the best. But we didn't have the opportunity to play today. I think it was the best and only possible thing that we could do today. There were no other choice. Turn it how much you want. Today we had to play with De Ligt right back. Can you imagine? We played with De Ligt right back. We did that mistake because we allowed them to attack with sitting back. Come on, don't defend Allegri. But why can't I? I don't understand why I can't defend Allegri. I don't understand that, seriously. Now, you have to understand also that, look at the 11 men we had on the field. I can show you them again if you want to, if you insist. I can show you again. Here we are. Let me show you. these are the men that we had: Szczesny, De Sciglio, Chiellini, Pellegrini, Bonucci, McKennie, Bernardeschi, Rabiot, Locatelli, Kulusevski, Morata. Okay? These are the men that we have. Locatelli first game at Juventus as a starter. Okay? McKennie has his mental problem with USA because he's sleeping with the sister of everyone, and he's a problem. Pellegrini, you don't trust me when I tell you that he's not good. And today he proved that he's not good enough for Juve. He's a good player, yes. It's not a starter over Alexandro, okay? He plays 55 minutes, guys, seriously, come on. De Sciglio, I like the guy, I respect the guy, but he's not the Juve starter material, okay? He's not the Juve starter material. Absolutely not. He's not a Juve starter material. He's one that can help you on the left. He can play you on the right. Like 20 minutes in a game. One game when it's a bit easier. But De Sciglio today, by the way, didn't do a lot of mistakes. But the problem with De Sciglio is a real school academic player. He defends and he stops. At a certain moment, he was tackling Insigne. He followed him. He did his best. The problem is you don't have that extra from De Sciglio. And that's why I'm saying De Sciglio is not the starter of Juve. Because he will do his job and he will limit himself at that job. That's it. And that's a problem. We have the right to expect more from a starter at Juve. What can you do? Because don't forget, you have nobody on the bench. You have nobody on the bench, and that's another problem. Beppe, that's blasphemy. In what way did Pellegrini show he isn't a good player? You do realize he's 21 and he hasn't played in 5 months. He did what he had to do. But that's why I'm saying he's not a first team player, because at Cagliari he was injured. The year before he didn't play because he was injured. Because he never showed me something. Yeah, in a friendly Juve versus Juve under 23, and then he do a beautiful cross. This is not what I expect from people when they are saying Pellegrini is better than Alexandro. And probably it's because of the people that now I am not judging correctly Pellegrini. Today he played 55 and he leaves his team. If you are 21, guys, seriously, if you are 21... When I was 21, guys, I went from one disco to another for 3 days in a row. My parents, they were looking for me. I didn't have a mobile phone. They wanted to kill me, but I was dancing, without sleeping, without any rest. When you are 21, I expect you to play 90 minutes. So it's not because you went up one time with a cross that didn't even arrive that now I will praise you. So I was expecting a lot from Pellegrini. He didn't show up. He played 55 minutes, and after he went out, by the way, we conceded. What do you want? Andy, he didn't got the joke. It's different dancing and different to play soccer. Come on, of course. Andy, it's a joke. Andy, you have to get the joke. Frabotta is bigger than Pellegrini, but even Frabotta was not Juve material neither. But I prefer Frabotta, and by the way, to be honest, I prefer Frabotta. He showed me more than Pellegrini at the moment, but he's not a Juve material neither. And by the way, he went away. Beppe, can we bring Pirlo as assistant coach? But why should you bring Pirlo as assistant coach, guys? First of all, because Pirlo and Allegri, they have total different way of understanding football as coach. I speak about coach. So it's like you would say, Beppe, why don't you bring a Inter fan to the channel to speak about Juve? It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Allegri and Pirlo, they have different way of understanding football. So don't bring them together. It would be worse. That's one. And two, if you were manager of Juventus, a coach of Juventus for one long year, why do you come back? Why do you come back? No, it's too late. We need Paul Pogba. Oh, yeah, we need Paul Pogba. Of course we need Paul Pogba, but he will not come. Chiesa, will he be back against Milan? But the problem is he had that annoying muscle fatigue. It's not an injury because the tests were negative, so it's not an injury. But we didn't want to risk him, and we did correctly, because otherwise that would be really a drama if he injured himself. Do you think we need Pjanic in January? No. If we said no in July, why would we say yes in January? And now he went to Besiktas, so no. Locatelli was really good in the first half, and then he disappeared in the second half as well. He disappeared. We have a lot of non-Juve material players. Why do we get them the first place? But who are the non-Juve material players? Because you can't have 25 Federico Chiesa. It's impossible. There is no team except of Paris Saint-Germain that is able to have 25 number ones. But even Paris Saint-Germain, if you look at their team, they have a lot of shit players, but nobody speaks about because they are playing versus Evian, Brest, Spa, Vittel, and I don't know what teams, Clermont-Ferrand, and these kind of teams. Mohamed Shbine, be polite on the channel. But it's impossible. If you are speaking about non-Juve material, Pellegrini, yes. Ramsey. But Ramsey, the problem with Ramsey is not the Juve material. I agree. I don't like Ramsey, to be honest. But it's because he's always injured. Bernardeschi, unfortunately, for what he showed at Juve, it's true. But De Sciglio, guys, we won nearly everything, nearly the Champions League with Padoin in our team. Padoin was not better than De Sciglio. I would not agree with De Sciglio, and I'm not a fan of De Sciglio. Pay attention, but De Sciglio is a player. He's okay to be in the 25. The problem is De Sciglio can't be in your 11. You know what I mean? By the way, De Sciglio is a consistent player. But the problem is he's not good consistent. He's consistent. 6. 5.5. Trying to read some interesting comments, but at the moment they are really going fast, so I'm waiting that I catch up. Padoin was 1000% better, baby. I'm 100% of that. I don't know. Tony, I think you didn't watch Juventus at that time then. Padoin was an average player, like Sturaro. They were average players. Even Cherubini said it yesterday in the interview. You should only have 25 players that can be your 11. You should, in an ideal world. But I don't think it's possible. Are you going to the Juve Milan game, Beppe? Unfortunately, no. I wanted to go, But I can't. I can't this time, so I will have to postpone my travel to Torino. Molinaro. We had a lot, huh? Pepe, I am a Juve fan since 2002. Padoin was better than De Sciglio. I am not saying he was good, but I was bringing something to the team. De Sciglio is just terrible. But it's not true, Tony. What mistakes did seriously, except of the hate, the unnecessary hate on De Sciglio? What did he do wrong today, De Sciglio? Tell me. Give me a tactical and technical thing from why he was bad today, De Sciglio. Tell me. Attention, pay attention. De Sciglio, I'm not a fan of De Sciglio. Okay, nobody's fan of De Sciglio. Not even his girlfriend is fan of De Sciglio. Okay, you can't be fan of De Sciglio. What did he do bad today? So let's be honest. He's a average player that is in our team today that is able to play when we are in need. Today we were in need, and today De Sciglio played, and De Sciglio didn't do a mistake today. Did he bring that extra plus? No. But Padoin, when he was playing, he was having the same role. Did he bring something to the team? No. He was doing the job that he was asked to do, like a good employee, like De Sciglio was doing today. Allegri team, thank you, ADP10. I was about to close, by the way. Thank you for the donation, buddy. Allegri teams always start slow. Not a fan of him, but he always gives stability. We can judge him after 8-10 games. This gives a bit more, how can I say, perspective and calm into the storm. That's why I didn't want really to do even a live today. You can't judge the game of today. It's impossible. Be honest, guys. Stop listening and overreacting. We did mistakes. We could have won. We didn't. But today, we couldn't. We didn't even have the time to train, to speak with the players, there were no players. Leave it like that. Am I a big fan of Allegri, football style and so on? I don't care. I want to win. And Allegri brings me win. Because he had 11 trophies in 5 years. He went 2 times in Champions League final. He was able to manage so many big players in his career. In 15-16, he surprised me after a dramatic start, like ADP10 is saying. After 8-10 games, let's see where we are. Let's see where we are, and let's start judge the team. If we can win the Scudetto, if we can arrive top 4, if we will be top 8, if we will be top 10, or if we will be in relegation zone like we are at the moment. By the way, what's the third game of the season? Of the day today, because there was another game today. Fiorentina 1-0. Vlahovic with a penalty versus Atalanta. Mamma mia. And they also had a no goal. Disallowed by VR. So 44th minute 1-0. Mamma mia. Atalanta is not doing that much better. But they have 3 points. They won 1 game. Can be that they win in the second half, Robin. Guys, I will go for my lunch and my dinner together because I didn't do lunch and dinner. I will do that. I will watch the second half of Atalanta Fiorentina. I'm sorry for the real Juve fans that were annoyed by a lot of trolls. I will try to find a system for that. But I can't. I'm alone. I don't have a team that is managing and banning them. I'm really sorry. So I will try to find, because it's not okay that I got infuriated, but we'll come back. Forza Juve in difficult times and in great times that will come back soon. Ciao Ron, ciao Enlightened Birth, ciao Amat. Wait, grande. Forza Juve, ciao.